Easy gate, ensure the reputation horse. They're also the horse of choice for the highly competitive sport of field trials. They're often the last resort for riders with bad backs too, and they're designed for use in handicap riding programs because of their smooth gait and their gentle disposition. They range in height from 14 to 17 hands high, weigh anywhere from 900 to 1,200 pounds. And you'll notice they have long sloping shoulders and hips with a fairly short back, and they come in all colors and patterns, such as black like Ritzy, or the very popular Palomino like Stetson there in the middle. They also come in other colors like champagne, buckskin, Torino, and chestnut. With their variations of gait, they can perform lots of different duties too, from dressage, reining, barrel racing, driving, pole bending, and jumping, to competitive and pleasure trail riding. They really can do it all. You will notice Diane on the rail of the arena and Sarah in the middle. That's because Sarah and Stetson focus their riding on versatility like barrel racing, pole bending, and trail riding. Stetson is more suited to these disciplines, and he really enjoys his job. Diane focuses her riding on Western and English rail classes in the show ring up and down California. You'll notice that Ritzy bobs that head up and down and really gets under himself with those rear legs. Those are desirable traits for the show ring. All of these horses perform three distinct gaits: a flat walk, which is the gait that we're demonstrating, and a running walk, which is slightly faster. It's also known as the glide ride. And we're going to ask Diane right now to kick it up a notch with Ritzy, and we're going to show you that glide ride. This is the ride that we're really famous for. They can go 10 to 20 miles per hour out at this gate. And you can see there's very little bounce when you're riding a walker. Look at Diane's head, it's hardly moving at all. Sarah, just a minute ago, was demonstrating what's called the rockin' horse canter, another gait that these horses are famous for. Watch as Stetson rears back on his rear legs, bringing those front legs up. It creates what we call the rocking horse canter, and as you can see, it's pretty smooth as Sarah's head is barely bouncing at all. These gaits are inherited, they're not trained or learned. They can be enhanced by professional training, which builds on perfecting what they were giving at birth. But only the walkers can do these type of things. As with other breeds, some walkers are more naturally talented than others and can really excel in the show ring. That's where Ritzy really shines. Right now we're going to bring out a trotting horse so we can really show you the difference between a walking horse and a trotting horse, such as the Mustang that Alice is riding right now, her horse Endor. And as you can see, that horse basically has to trot to keep up with Ritzy when he's doing the flat or the running walk. That's because, again, the walkers were bred for walking, right? And that was where the difference really lies. And as you can see, during the trot, Alice's head bouncing up and down. Imagine doing that on the trail ride for 3 or 4 hours. That's going to shake you up pretty good. Meanwhile, Diane and Sarah, their heads are barely moving at all. And that's why the walkers are such great trail horses, as you can see. Many of you think you might be seeing the walker for the first time, but movies, television really love these horses. One of the silvers used by the Lone Ranger was a Tennessee walking horse. He's the one they used whenever the Lone Ranger would say, "Hi-yo, Silver, away!" Also, that handsome Palomino that Roy Rogers rode, not only did he look like Stetson, but it was one of the 3 triggers that Roy Rogers rode regularly, and that was his riding horse. Elvis had a walking horse as well. He had a black stallion he called Bear, and he kept him right at Graceland so he could ride him whenever he wanted to. So these horses are very famous for being with all those celebrities in television and movies. And as you can see, they're a nice, easy riding horse. Right now we're going to ask Sarah and Diane, we're going to come up to the fence, and they are happy to answer any questions you might have about the Tennessee walking horse. Don't be shy. Stetson and Ritzy really love all the folks, and you'll see that they'll be dipping their heads over the side of the fence because they love to be petted. So definitely come over and say hi to Diane and Sarah and Alice as well. Thank you, Alice, for bringing your Mustang out so we can show folks the difference in the gaits between these horses and really what makes the walkers so unique. Nothing, of course, is wrong with the Mustang. They're great horses. They're get some exercise, and those Colts and Phillies really kick up the arena here. It's pretty fun to watch. So a lot of things coming at the Cavalcade of Horses. Thanks for being with us today.
Okay.